What is up, everybody? Chapis was telling me how much he needs Osharina so much that he will super chat. I just finished a video, and so I am thinking I'll speedrun a little Oshawott. What do you guys think? Think it was pretty cute? What's up, Maxie? Good to see ya. What's up, SSH? What's up, Fortnite dude? What's up, Candy Guzman? We have a good start to the new video that I put out. I think it's because the thumbnail has Chaos 2 in it, so I really need to finish that video and capitalize on the fact that I think people are clicking on the thumbnail for that. Can't complain. Definitely makes me want to make some of the other Chaoses too. People seem real excited, and I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna try to order enough resin for everybody who wants one. I think we can make it happen. It means that there will be a long time delay before you get it if I get a lot of orders. But Patreons get first come, first served. Ah, there's Chapis. Says Osharina? It's Oshawott. So Osharina, my beloved, says Chapis. So we're gonna speed run making this. Welcome Chaotic Spire, welcome fandom. Good to see y'all. Alright, I have a lot of programs open on my computer. Let me clean some things up before we get started. Welcome, Pro Tyler Adventures. Oh my gosh, you guys wouldn't believe... You know, I've worked on this video, this tier list video, for so long. And I missed Friday. Friday was... You know, I missed the previous Friday. And then last Friday, I didn't get it done for that either. And I've been working on it so long. Here, let me share my screen and show you guys the timeline for it. Let's see. A 12-inch figure for Vector. Vector could be cool. I've kind of been wanting to make a noir Vector. One where he has the coat and he's all painted in black and white. I think that'd be pretty cool. What's up, Super Shadow Productions? Let's see. What was I doing? I was going to show my screen. Modeling. Yeah, so here's the Premiere project. Oh, it's not showing because I last had it on my tablet. Let's change it from right screen to left screen. There we are. Alright, so look at the timeline for this project. Well, here's all the errors that I'm about to talk about. I had so many errors, it was crazy on trying to export. I spent most of today... all I did today was put in the music for it, which took a while in its own. But just troubleshooting these problems of why it couldn't export. So this is just part 2, guys. That's almost an hour. 52 minutes. Yikes. I mean, look at this. When I recorded it, I thought I was being quick. I was like, oh, I'll just do like 30 seconds to a minute of talking per character. Then I had to edit it together, and oh my gosh. What a mess. So yeah, here is today's video on the timeline. It's just, look at this. You just keep zooming in, and there's just more and more clips. Holy moly. Trying to track down a bunch of old footage and stuff. Here's both of them together, because I had to... yeah, look at that. This is a total of a little bit less than an hour 42, because there's a little gap here between the videos. But I had to break it into its own composition while I was trying to troubleshoot this problem. And finally, at, what, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, I finally got it finished and uploaded, and here we are. It's doing well today. It's a well-performing video. I'm very excited about that. But let's close this up so we have more memory to work with on this computer. A bigger big. What's up, Daisy Garcia? What's up, Malamations? What are we doing this stream? I just saw that in suggestions. There's a pretty cute suggestion by Chapis. It is an Oshawott with like a little tiara and a cape. And we're just going to make it real quick. Bailey's going to be getting dinner in about an hour, so I'm going to give myself an hour to make this Oshawott. Maybe big This big. Actually, that could be a fun project. Make a big statue, or like a statue of big. That's maybe about this tall. I don't know if I'd want to keep that, so maybe I could do that as a like a one-off sale. Because most of my stuff, I make it and I want to keep it, but like I would just print big with those colors. That could be just a fun one-off, like I'll only sell this once kind of thing. Watch me make it on stream. All right, let's get started. So let me arrange my window. Ice creams are going out to Patreon supporters tomorrow. Sorry for the delays. I have been bad about it. I even got ahead and did next month's. So I had to prep these. Like, when I originally made these, they're built in such a way that they won't print well. The way nice and flat lines. They have all these kind of rounded edges and stuff. But for the way I'm printing it now, I need them to be flat. And that's actually a pain in the butt to get these guys all flat, believe it or not. Just lots of booleans and stuff trying to get it all right. And so I've been putting it off just because I've been doing so much other stuff. Guys, we're doing Sweeney Todd in October. I am so excited. They just announced it. What month will be Tails? Not next month, but I'll probably do it the next month. So not May, but June, probably. I'll probably make that a twofer, so you get both the head and the tail, too. But let's save this, and let's make Oshawott. You got called out in the video? Yes! And the director... I approached the director. I went and saw Guys and Dolls the other day on opening night. And, you know, saying hi to everybody. And everybody's super hyped to see me. Oh my gosh, I had such a positive night the other night. I guess they, when people heard I was coming, or that I had arrived, they were all talking backstage, all excited. Like the people who made the sets and stuff, they were really excited to see my opinion on the paint job they did, and it was great. The sets that they made. And so after I went to the, not the director, but the one who runs the whole organization, and I was like, because she knows, when we first met, we were both wearing the same Sweeney Todd shirt. My first audition ever, we were both wearing a Sweeney Todd shirt, the same one from the play in New York. And so she knows I'm a big fan of Sweeney Todd. And we originally talked about, you know, I said, what props are coming up? And she said, well, don't tell anybody, but we're thinking of doing Sweeney Todd. And so she knew I wanted to make props for it, but they tend to ask me a little bit late, like, I need so much time to make these props. And I want to make the chair so bad, guys. I want to make it actually flip and then slide down a chute. And so I want to actually, I want it all to be, you know, around, like the set built around that idea, and make like 3D print all the gears. Like the gears won't actually be, they'll rotate, but they're not going to actually be part of it. I'll make it like rotate with them, like in the movie, and those would all be like 3D printed and stuff. It'll just look so cool. What was I saying? Oh, so I went up to her and I said, oh, we got to talk. I really, as soon as we can, we got to talk about Sweeney Todd props. And, or, oh, no, what you need from me. And she's like, we need you. And I want you in it. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to get the lead. I'm not going to get Sweeney, because every guy in town will be going for that. It is a baritone part, though. But I guaranteed will be in it. Anyway. I'm super excited about that, obviously. That's why I'm talking about it so much. The next one coming up is Catch Me If You Can, and I really want to play Frank Abagnale Sr. He has a really cool song with a very deep voice. Let's see, somebody asked, am I selling them? No, what I ended up doing was making all these little ice creams and exclusive. I had to figure out something that would be exclusive to Patreon. So each month, everybody's getting one of these little ice creams. This one doesn't have the stick in it, and I gotta take the supports off. That's what's sticking out here. But yeah, this is one of the ones that everybody's getting for March, because I got behind. So then I'm sending out March and April at the same time. All right, let's grab one of these pictures. Oh, new 512, and you know what? Baileysaurus, if you can hear me, I really do need some water, actually. I didn't think to grab any before the stream. I am parched. Yeah. Should I make the throne, too? Be pretty cute. Chapis, why don't you tell us what is the story behind Osharina? What's up, YBZ? Somebody said, was that Mephiles? Mephiles? I don't know. But you saw something on my screen that was Mephiles? You might have been looking at the thumbnails. Oh no, but you didn't see that. Yeah, I don't know. Here's my chaos. I think this video is doing well because of the thumbnails. Here's the 3 options for thumbnails. I think because chaos is in it, I think it's getting a lot of clicks right now. Oh, the popsicle. Yes, that's Mephiles. Yeah, it's tough because I only have so many of those plastic rolls for it, for the FDM printer, because I buy the replacement so I don't waste plastic. But there's only 4 spots. I only have like 5 of those rolls, so I actually need to buy more. And so that I can more easily swap out colors. That's why next month is going to be Ugly Sonic, because it's the same colors as regular Sonic. That way I don't have to... you can really mess up the whole reel. It can completely unspool if you try to swap them out. What's that, Malmations? Oh, because of the Patreon ending. Gotcha. Yeah, when I grabbed it and I was, spinning around in the chair, I was like, oh wait, Hoovalu's not a member anymore. But I don't want to just say, nope, not Hoovalu. That's a nice transition out. You got one more from when you did have the Patreon. And I was able to shout out Chapis for the kind gift. Oh, where did I save that? Downloads? Go. I don't think Baileysaurus heard me. Well, I may need to go up and grab my own water if I don't hear her coming down soon. Oh, I hear her walking now. Alright, so I'm just making it an arbitrary size first, just so I can get the proportions of the head and stuff. Ah, excellent. Ooh, what a nicely themed cup she has brought me. Ooh. Ooh, awesome, Super Shadow. That's too risky, Malamations, because what if somebody had a crazy one that was going to take me months? Oh, man. This isn't going to be articulated. I hope that's okay. It's just because I'm going to knock it out quick. We're going to speed run this guy. Or girl. Looks like a princess or queen, maybe. It ends with Ina, right? Osharina. I already forgot the name. Oh, Osharina, yeah. Oh, shoot! Chapis with a $20! Thank you so much! Oh, with the description, too. This Osharina is the queen of Skalchop Island. Skalchop Island is an island dedicated to Oshawott, and every year Osharina hosts a contest where Oshawotts and Duats fight for her love. Interesting. Oh, Chapis. Okay, I gotta show Chapis this on stream. I went on a 2-hour train ride out of my way to go just ride an Oshawott train. Let me show you this. Let's see. Videos. Let's see. Where is the Pokemon stuff? Pokemon, or Japan, my Japan trips. Let's see. Oh, Pokemon tropes, right at the top. And we are looking for footage. Sioux. Okay, so it's a city called Sioux. And this is based on, what's the Slowpoke town? I already forgot. Hey, here's a Samurott plush that I found. Oh, where's the Oshawott train? See, I took this train. Oh, sorry, that's loud. I took this train 2 hours out to get to the Oshawott train, and then it was late. Believe it or not, trains are usually super on time in Japan, and it was late. This is not it. This is what I thought it was. I was like, oh no, did I miss-see something? I was trying to like read Japanese websites with the automatic translation, and yeah, so it's so tough. And then like 5 minutes after it's supposed to arrive, this one leaves. Oh look, I'm sad and super sweaty. Oh, I look like I'm crying. I wasn't that sad, guys, but I do look sad. This trip was in the summer. It's super hot in Japan in the summer, so I was sweating. Here we go. And then suddenly, in my deepest, darkest moment, here approaches the Oshawott train. Because I really invested time to go see this thing. I literally took a 2-hour train just to get to this train, and then I just rode it for a while and went back home. Or back to the... Oh no, I didn't go back to the hotel room. I went to the Slowpoke City. That's what was on this day. Yeah, it's got all these cool prints on the outside of it. But it's also themed inside. It's got Pokeballs on the floor and little Oshawott prints. I don't know if you can see that well in the video, because it's kind of yellow against a dark orange. I think I'll have a better view in a second, but just in case I don't, let me pause on the video. And I had the train all to myself for the first stop. Yeah, so there's all these little Oshawott footprints. Super cute. Here I am, super happy now. I'm no longer crying. But look how sweaty my face is. Holy moly. I've zoomed in on my face too, jeez. Why am I so zoomed in? There we go, let's see. So cute, huh? There's a dugong. I don't know what that said, but it was talking about it. I don't know if it was saying places to go visit where there might be otters. Super cute. Anyway, if I ever continue when I continue my Pokemon video series, I intend to, you guys will see my visits to that. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, way back in my channel, you'll find like 7 videos of me going to Japan and visiting all the real-life equivalents of all the Pokemon cities, both in Kanto and Johto. And then the real-life Kanto is Kanto, and the real-life Johto is called Kansai. It's different regions in Japan. You're waiting for a steak train, huh? Alright, let me actually get started. I've been talking for 20 minutes. Moves. Here. So, I'm just going to use this as a basic guide. Oh, I accidentally assigned the default Lambert the image, so let me just undo that. Now I'll assign this a new material. Oh, I'm being stupid, guys. Let's get on stream and watch Corey be stupid. There we go. This will have the image. Downloads. There we go. Osharina image. Now we can scale this up to about the right size. She has kind of a, it's like a little bit of a flattened head, right? Oh, quick thing. I don't like poles in the, let me finish that sentence. I don't like the tops of spheres are called poles. I don't like those when they get smooth. They leave kind of a weird shape at the top. You're not seeing it right now, but what I like to do sometimes is create spheres out of cubes. Make a cube. Then you go mesh, smooth, and then you get like some better topology along the top. You can make your own Mally kit, Mally. You're doing a good job at that. What are you talking about? Alright, so she's got a little bit of an oblong head, I suppose. Kind of like that. And let's create some cones. Cone. But you know what? I don't like that. I don't like that it's so... it needs some more rounded edges. See, so we'll create polygon primitives. Just make a cylinder. Scale that up to about the size of those ears. Bring this down. Bring it almost to the center. Add edge loop. You're all singing, I love it. I don't know the words to this song. It's not in a good range for my voice either. It's kind of right in the middle of, I'm a little too deep for it. So if I either need to take it down or go higher. There's just some songs that voices just don't fit well in, you know? Oh shoot, I didn't center this. Because the image is not centered, so let's just get this guy right back in here. Ears. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build this from scratch, but then I'm going to download an Oshawott. Just because from this image in the anime, I'm not sure if that's like exactly the right position for the ears and stuff. So I want to make this from scratch first, just because it's an easy shape that I can make it. And then I want to just make sure all the proportions are right. Also, look up images. That looks pretty right. Actually, it doesn't look... It looks like the head is more round on the regular version. It looks like just in this image, it's a little bit long, right? Like a little bit wide. Right, let's make a little nose for him. That we will just duplicate this. Just put it right in the center here, and that'll be a bit more of an oval, I think. That's cute. Make it a little bit more oblong. Put it in there. Let's see. Those eyes. Let's go back to the front view. Oh, the nose needs to be way bigger. What am I thinking? And it needs to be just a little bit lower. I'm not matching up exactly with this image, by the way. I've got one up here as well, just so I can look at what like neutral pose is. Chapis, what type of mouth would you like it to have? Would you want to like an open mouth or just like that smile? Let me know, Chapis. That's your decision. You paid for that decision. I guess I'm kind of breaking my rule here. I guess this is... I was just in a good mood. I was like, it's about an hour until dinner time. Chapis is talking about this. Why don't I speedrun this? But I guess in a way I'm kind of breaking my rule about not doing any commissions. Because it's kind of a commission. Chapis was like, I'll super chat if you do. You know what, I'll get online. So this might be my second commission. The first one was Fang. I don't generally have time for commissions, so I'm kind of breaking my rule right here, guys. So these eyes should be up a little bit higher. I think so, Daisy. You guys know my desktop background. That makes me happy. Oh, Phantom found it? That means I'm getting another Patreon. A happy face like the V shape. And thank you for another super chat. I think maybe a little bit longer this way for the eye. Let me actually go back to... See, her eyes look lower than what I'm seeing in this other picture, but I guess scale it up a little. I guess I'll pull the nose down a little to match that. The eye down a little. A little bit more out as well. I don't know, doesn't this just look too low when it's down here in 3D? The nose looks too big. When I compare the nose on this 3D model to what I have here, there's something about the drawing of Osharina. Something's up, guys. What am I looking at? I guess the nose could get a little bit smaller. The eye, I can cheat it up a little. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Or I guess Chapis can make this decision again. What do you think of the height of that eye? Maybe once I get more of the features in it, it'll be more correct. Let's move this over to the other side, just see how it looks. Oh, I might need to duplicate that and group it instead, and then flip it. That's awesome, Malamations. Alright, let me make these spheres for the eyes. You were too kind, fandom. Alright, so I'm putting these both on the right side. I'm going to end up cutting these out. Hey, what's up, Mwanja, Nathan? I'm going to group these and duplicate them. Call these backup eyes. Chapis, I don't know if you heard me say it, but I want your opinion on... I feel like the image from my phone and the image of Osharina kind of have different eye heights that kind of look wrong, so I'm just leaving it up to you to decide. Let's move this. Oops, that needs reversing of that. Ooh, uh-oh. Undo. Gotta reverse it first. And do this. I think I need to pull that sphere out a little bit more. Right, Daisy? I agree. Okay, awesome. See, here's a conundrum I have. Does this look good though? Look at this the divot that I put in the eyes. Here, I've made the nose smaller from what I just saw from Chapis. But I don't know if I like this divot actually in the 3D print. I feel like that might need to be a dot painted on. Because this makes it look like Oshawott kind of like looking up to the side, you know? I don't think I like that. Extra backup eyes. Yeah, so let's get those regular backup eyes and just delete those spheres. Are they too wide now? I feel like I'm being a little indecisive about this. But let me actually fix the background, because the background is off-center. There we go. See, the eyes still look high here. It's tough because the anime one is drawn at an angle. Oh, your GameStop shut down, huh? Alright, so what does Oshawott usually have? It's like these little tufts. I'm gonna start making like that round body now. Do that with a cube again. I have it up on my phone. Let's see. Oshawott figure. I just don't like bringing up Discord on the screen where it'll show everybody's names and everything. Because sometimes streamer mode doesn't like actually work. Oh, the eyes are much flatter on a toy. Yeah, and I think the nose can be a little bit flatter too. And let's pull in the eyes a little bit. Let's see. I'll leave that there for now. And you guys let me know if you start thinking that it looks too wrong. I feel like the eyes might still be too far away, but once I get other features in, see if that looks better. So I'm gonna smooth this. And I'm gonna export it. Exports to ZBrush. Oshawott head. ZBrush. Alright, here in ZBrush we will just import that. It's not just a sphere, it's a little bit of a more design to it. We got it in the shape that we wanted. We don't want to just do a sphere here in ZBrush. Sonic exports ZBrush Oshawott head. And we're going to smooth it, and then we're going to make those 3 little divots beneath the eye. Oh, which means I need to import the eye too. Shoot. Mesh, combine, file, export selection, Oshawott eyes. Import. Oh, did I lose the head by doing that? Bah. Import Oshawott head. And this ZBrush is kind of weird this way. You have to bring in 2 separate imports and then combine them as subtools. There we go. So here's the reference of what we've got for the eyes. I don't care about the nose right now. All we're trying to get is reference for where these 3 little whisker dots go. Ooh, this is hard with the mouse. Don't like it. Right in between the 2. Alright, and then we'll get the little mouth. Is it an up V or a down V? It kind of looked like it was an up V in Maya. The reference, I mean. It is an up V, yeah. Good thing I looked at that. That looks like a funny creature there. I don't know what. Alright, let's do a quick save. Oshawott base. C plugin Decimation Master 250. Export from ZBrush. Head. Then we go back into Maya. File. Import. Maya. Sonic. Exports from ZBrush. Oshawott head. Hide that. Oh, that's looking cute. Yeah, I am liking this. That really actually gave it more character right there. What do you guys think? You know, I've wanted to make, since I first got my 3D scanner, I even 3D scanned a Charizard, so I want to make armor for him, like in Pokemon Unite. He has a costume where he has armor. I think that'd be really cool looking. It would go great with my Shadow Lancelot. Alright, well, I've been kind of noodling a bit, and this is a speed run after all, so let me kind of actually speed up a little. chubby little body. And it's got kind of like those splash shapes. So you know what? I'm actually not going to make this prominent. I'm actually going to make a couple little spheres there. This is just going to go up like this. In fact, this is more like a flat part that will then come up. How do I make a custom torso? I'm not really the one to talk to about that because I have so many problems with it. The tolerances, I can't even explain the steps that I take to try to get those tolerances just right. It's just lots of guess and check. What's up, SSDG? You know what I'd love to start using as a program that has better booleans. From watching people do Blender, I still feel like there's jankiness of booleans the same way I have in Maya. Oh, you know what? I don't even need... Let's see. I don't even need those parts around the neck. Maybe just a couple here to represent it, like that front part. But yeah, most of it's going to get covered by the cape. Forgot about that. Give up the emerald or die. I don't know. I don't love you. That's the line, right? Do I use Photoshop? Yes, I do. Ooh. I don't know, Super Shadow. Tails is kind of a unique body as a figure. So like it'd be easier to make the other characters into custom things. I don't know what Tails would be. So that goes a little bit off to the side more. That. Yeah, I think that'll be good. It just needs to be a little bit in here because the cloak is going to cover most of it. Robes, whatever. I feel like they're still a bit small. Let me move them down and scale them up. And you know what? I am getting cold, guys. Let me go grab a jacket. I'll be right back. Zoom out a little bit so you guys can look at it. All right. All right, so Chapis, what pose do you want Oshawott to be in? Do you want this sitting pose? Let me know. Sweatshirt. A little tight. Sitting, okay. Bring Maya back up. I am going to be a little chubbier. Let's make those little feet. So we're looking for some feet that just kind of pop up all cute like that. Oh, you know what? I'm going to be a little lazy, guys. I'm going to take Birdie's feet. I already made feet that look exactly like this. So it'll have some DNA from Birdie. So instead of just opening up another project, because Maya kind of gets weird with copying, so I like to just open up the file in another instance of Maya and then copy it over while both programs are open. Alright, let's see. Birdie. Aw, dang, I don't have a... Oh, there it is. I was afraid that I had put it in some other scene, like with the adventure upgrades or something that would take a lot longer to open. I bought my brother a printer, same one I have, the new one, and so he's sent me a bunch of test pieces of Shadow Lancelots to see if the tolerance on that material is any different. And then I'll be able to do, once we nail down that tolerance, I'll be able to do a lot more sales with him, helping me out. Oh man, Birdie's taking a long time to open. Nice, check out this Super Steak by Malamations. Cute. Man, is this still loading? Alright, well I guess I'll start building out the throne while that part is loading. I think I need to build out the throne before I make the cape, just so I can know what size I need to try to fit everything in. Oh, and the tiara too. Oh, and the clamshell. I got a lot of stuff I could do, actually. Let's actually work on the figure. Well, you know what? This is one of those things where I feel like I'm gonna put off building the throne if I'm done with the figure, you know? So let me make the throne now so I don't put that off. You know, there's kind of the psychology of, like, oh, I'm done with, you know, the main part of the project, but now I gotta make the rest of it, you know. But to motivate myself better, I'm actually going to make it right now. And it's a little weird that it's the chair is out of perspective, so we're gonna have to kind of just eyeball it. Turn on symmetry. Back about the same width. I see all of this up. It's because I no longer work there, Super Shadow. Okay, so it looks like it has a cube section that comes up and out from there. I think I'm gonna make that a separate object. This will almost be as wide. And it kind of comes down at an angle like this. Also look like there is an extra similar thing happening down at the bottom, except we'll switch up here. So if Chaos 1 sells well, guys, Chaos 2 sells well, what should be my next Chaos? Should it be Chaos 1 or should it be Chaos 4? I think I'm going to be making Perfect Chaos as well. Let's organize the scene a little bit. Let's make that hidden. Let's hide those. Put this in its own layer so I can isolate it. I think Chaos 4 is the one I'm most interested in, too. Hide that, and I feel like this is a little too thick now. Right there. I am YBZ. Still haven't done a price. Or I haven't decided on one yet. It's got all these little details. I want to try to sculpt that because I don't have my tablet set up. Do I want to try to attempt doing that with a mouse? I think I will add a little groove in here. I see that this recedes a little too. Yeah, what am I doing there? That's way too high. The whole thing's too high. Oh, I see what I did. This needs to go up to about right here. And then that other object. So hold on, let me the edges for all of this. Now I move that down to the spot that I want. I cannot, Malamations. I'm super sorry. I am very overburdened with work. Yes, Oshawott turned out to be more work than I thought. I thought I was just going to make primitives and stuff, and as I got into it, I was like, oh, this is harder than I thought. I think a jacket would be really hard to make for a figure, because I don't know how you would do like the arms for it and stuff. These actually need to come out a little. Maybe this cushion is just like a little beveled. It's a little soft. And I noticed that it has kind of a... You know what? I'm tired of hiding this layer. I'm going to duplicate this. Just so I can see the same thing over to the side. Alright, so there's the little rounded lip to the cushion. The little rounded lip to the cushion part. It looks like there is an edge loop through here. It needs to get beveled and extruded. And one up here. So we'll do it for both. Edit mesh. Bevel. 2 seems good. Go to faces. Hit mesh, extrude them in. Hopefully the corners do well. Corners on the sides are not doing great. Alright, there's those little line parts. I've kind of exaggerated them because that tiny line might not come out well in a print. I mean, a little bit bigger. And let's edit and put in an edge loop here. Symmetry back on. Again, and what I'm going to do here is take all these faces, mesh, extrude, and do it again. go. So we have that little pattern to be a guide for painting it. Same thing needs to happen to the back, I think. Yeah, it has that same pattern. Same here. Turn off symmetry. Their edge loop, make it so it just does the one. Back off. Symmetry back on. Make it match the other ones. Oh no! I didn't even save, guys. Looks like it auto-saved though, but holy crap. Why didn't I learn my lesson those other times, y'all? Yeah, we got lucky, y'all. Holy crap. I'm usually so good about saving. I'm just trying to speed run it, you know? I know this isn't Sonic, but I'll save it in the Sonic folder. Woo, we lucked out. We lucked out. Just a reminder in the chat to keep things positive. Don't want anything to go down any too many darker paths that we had recently. See. Turn symmetry on. Edit mesh, extrude. There we go. Now we have that same design going up the back. I think I want to take these two edges and bring them in. Why do I care about that, actually? It's the design that says that. Nothing really. So this is going to get a little bit tricky here. What I'm going to do is think about what I'm going to do. Let's duplicate this. I'm going to take just these faces, delete the rest, hit mesh, extrude, reverse, insert edge loop, get this really, really tight. I am just gonna do that sculpt in ZBrush. So if I smooth this, it should look mostly smooth. Why is it still rounded there? What am I doing wrong? Oh, interesting. Edge loops must matter what side you put them on. I thought it wouldn't matter. Yeah, look at that. Now it's smooth. Okay. It's smooth, but still sharp. Share detail. And just so I get the proportions, I'm just gonna export this as well. Share back fabric. All right, so let's import the back part first. Import. And all right, where is this guy? There it is. All right, so now pull up. What was it called? Osharina? Well, I guess it's in the suggestions channel. I can just look it up there. Okay, so I'm just pulling it up on my phone so I can see the details a little bit more. And I'm just gonna make some little... I just don't know if I'll be able to do this well with my mouse. Turn on lazy mouse for sure. Put it to regular stroke. I'm gonna make it smoother. And then we're gonna do the damn standard tool. We're gonna do the opposite. This needs my tablet. What is going to happen to my screen recording if I do this? All right, let's find out. The screen might go a little wonky. In fact, I'm just going to put it to webcam big. And we are going to swap out to make it so my tablet will work. So I got to go down there and plug some stuff in. All right. All right, so I'm going to put ZBrush on that other screen. Modeling. Oh, what we got? Okay, so now I can just switch the screen. That's not working. There we go. All right, so now I can sculpt this in. That's going to be a lot better. So what do we have here? We have kind of... Between those, there's 4 shapes. Oh, no. Ah, shoot. All right, gotta go back under. There we go. All right, so this has a little swoop like this. I'm gonna make it a little bit softer. Yeah, I think that'll look nice. Get these swoops in here. Swoop. This way. And one coming down. This one kind of like coming off the edge there. Ah, but you know what? I didn't center it enough, so let's just start over. Light swoop here. Trying to get just the right amount of pressure and then pressure off. Ooh, that's a nice shape right there. I like it. Cool, and then we have... Hey, Bailey Source, does this actually say anything in Japanese? Or I guess anybody who might read Japanese. Oh no, these aren't Japanese characters. These are just some kind of design. This one looked kind of like a kanji to me. Yeah, I don't think I recognize anything else about it. It's just like some fancy design. Image turned off. She studied Japanese in school. Ooh, I've kind of run out of space here. No, actually. This part can go down. And then it's got like a little banana at the bottom. I feel like that'll look pretty nice. It should be really subtle in the print, but I think it should be something that's subtle. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, let's export that. Save as chair. Birdie should be open now. Gotta ask what her favorite dinosaur is. See what she wants to look like. Alright. Oh, it's still loading. Oh, there we go. Now we say export from ZBrush, chair detail. Alright, now we can import. Oop, needs to be moved to this screen now. File, import, we do from ZBrush. What? There it is. I think what I'll do here is modify center pivot. I'm just going to scale the whole thing down slightly so we just lose those edges. And scale it up this way so we can actually exaggerate that detail a little. Should actually look quite nice. Shading looks a little weird on it, I don't know why. But yeah, that should print nicely. Yeah, there's our chair, guys. Oh no, we have a few more things to do. The chair, create polygon primitives, cube. I'm gonna make it so this goes just about to the right spot. You know what? I'm just gonna duplicate this cube. It has like this design of the cutout in there. Is there one in the center? There is. Cut in there. Okay, how deep does that go in? Goes in about the same amount of depth as the others. Let's see how that looks. Let's union all of these. Square cut back up. Booleans, union. Thank you, Chapis. Booleans, difference. There we go. Yeah, those nice little cutout shapes just help sell it all that little bit more. The chair looks a little bit wide. But I think I'm going to leave it that way because I'm not sure if I could get the Oshawott looking nice with the cape like on its own. I think the chair needs to be a little bit wider for me to get the proportions that would make a good single Oshawott toy, if that makes sense. All right, we're getting close to done. Just that cape is going to be a little bit hard. Oh, I forgot about the birdie feet. Let's see. Are you kidding me? Any feet that aren't combined with something else? No, there's no way I could do that. Display. Show all. For how much I like duplicate parts, there's no way I could have just lost those pieces. What? This is on a different screen. Oh my gosh, you guys know how intensely I go in and duplicate stuff and make sure that I have multiples of everything? Oh, I do. They're just... I didn't expect them to be textured. Okay. Whew! That was scary. I was like, and we waited all that time for it to open. Awesome, Super Shadow Productions. When Sonic Rumble comes out, we should do a stream on that day and all play together. Oops. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, are they not cross-compatible? How big should this be? Bigger than this. Smaller than that. We'll go a little bit thicker than this too. I don't know, fandom who? Could it be? Uh-oh, my camera. Surprised people aren't telling me about the camera freezing. I guess I could just drive up to Canada. Not too far. Make a weekend out of it. I gotta configure the video for this. What a pain. Camera. How long does it? Let's see how long it takes to get to Canada from where I am. Like the closest part of Canada. Oh. Yeah, it shouldn't take too long at all. I thought I had to go into Washington to get through, but it looks like there is an Idaho crossing. Let's find the closest Target in Canada. Oh no, Walmart. Closest Walmart in Canada. In Canada. Okay, Google can't understand that I want Canada. Let me just look at the map. Oh, yeah, the only Walmart that's showing up. Oh, more are showing up as I zoom in. Okay, give me a second. All right, here I am. Go up past my parents' house. My parents are closer. Oh yeah, the more I zoom in, the more show up. Easy. Okay, so it looks like the closest one. Let's get directions. My location, I'm going to guess 2 hours. Sorry, it's taking some time. 3 hours. It would take me 3 hours to get there. We could do a 3-hour live stream of my trip to Canada to go find Tangle. That could be funny. I'll just buy everybody Tangles. Do I need to get Chapis super chats every time I gotta go to a gas station? Wow, everybody really wants Tangle. I don't care much for Tangle. Myself, I don't really like the design. Maybe it could even be something where I don't care to have it to keep, so I could get, if I only got one, then I could, you know, sell to y'all. But, oh, what I was going to ask is, like, what's the story behind Tangle's distribution? Are people finding it just, like, in all the Canada Walmarts? Is it, like, common there? Or is it still, like, hard to find even in Canada? Whoa, what happened there? That is not how Maya usually behaves. Cool, Malmations. See you later. I may or may not be done by then. We'll see. Trying to be quick so that Bailey Source can get to eat. I told her it'll only be an hour. We've been modeling for an hour. I talked for 20 minutes. Sorry, Bailey. Oh! Does the comic series include Metal Virus Sonic? Is that the case? Like, every time I go to Walmart, I take a look for Metal Virus, even though I don't care too much for him. Is that why I can't find Metal Virus? Is because he's only in Canada? Because of the comic series? Oh, ha! Yeah, maybe that'll make for a fun video doing that. Or live stream. Yeah, I think I'm going to just make the arms out of the same thing I made the ears. And just copy that down. I only now noticed that I thought her arms were fully tucked in. I didn't realize that these are the arms. I think the arm needs to be a little bit kind of rounder. I'm going to add an edge loop. Bump that up a little. I'll also bring in this part. There you go. Nice little arm. It needs to be bigger than that, though. Oh no, that is too big. I think that's just about right there. Proportions look a little off right here, but once we get that cloak in, it'll be nice. No offense taken, I am happy to hear that, and yeah, you're right. Yeah, let's put this on front view so we can compare. See, I think he made his body longer than it should be. Yeah, and he's a little too chubby. I wonder if just a scale down of the whole thing will fix both the chubbiness that I'm seeing and the length that you're seeing. So take a look at these next to each other. The picture's a little bit too big now, huh? Can I scale it up at some point? Yeah, so here's the body scaled down. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I definitely had it too long, and it was also too chubby, so I think just this simple scale down has kind of solved the problem. Yeah, that's good. Yep, no offense taken at all. I'm not always the best with proportions and things like that. Right. Yeah, that kind of just immediately looked better. Good call. Who was that? Gary the Snail. Good job. Alright, so now let me think about how to make this shape. First of all, let me text Bailey that now is a good time for her to start going to get dinner. I'm not sure if I'll be able to... Oh, we're so close. Oh, I got the tiara too. Trying to think of what I can finish. Somebody said they want to see the articulation of Chaos, but the articulation on him just isn't great. I don't know, I'm getting distracted by this. I just went to go text Bailey. I saw saw the comment notification. And his head, those of you curious, Chaos's head will turn like that. But I don't recommend doing it much because, you know, the plastic rubs against itself and it might show up more the more you do that. Like, I don't know if you saw that, but dust just came off of that. And then, you know, the arms, they move a little. But once I put sealer on, my body got stuck together. The torso and the legs. Which I don't mind, because I'd rather have this solid instead of worrying about this falling out. Yeah. Nobody here asked that. I just saw it in an Instagram comment. Who's there, fandom? Oh, I got distracted. I don't know. I'm trying to text Bailey. Grab food. Nobody boo-hoo. Alright, so let's call this chair. Since nobody's there, don't cry about it. Good one. Alright, add selected objects. Cool, so now we've got the chair hidden. All of this will go in the Oshawott layer. Move that forward a bit. Oh wow, that was quick, Melamations. Alright, this is going to be a tough part, guys. Let's start simple. Let's make a plane. Actually, a cylinder will be a good start for this. No, you did not. Did not want to miss out. Alright, so how much should this wrap around? Probably a good amount. Just delete these two faces. Yeah, so this is actually going to be kind of tough, y'all. How do I want to do this? Scale up those vertices down at the bottom. Then I'll just start with the neck, and then I'll extrude up from it to get that little poof. That goes in like that. It's kind of a strange shape, isn't it? The way it wraps around. It goes in and then back out. So what we'll do is get an edge loop in here. So just to set expectations, I told Bailey to go get food now. And so that means we have about 20, maybe 30 minutes left on the stream. I may not finish this, just full disclosure. But I'll try. I just know it's already been an hour 40 since I told her I'd eat in 1 hour. So I'm 40 minutes over what I told her. So just to let you know, I might not finish the tiara. I'll probably finish the cape by the time she gets back. Welcome back, Super Shadow. Looks like... Man, I'm really being indecisive about what I want to do here. An edge loop right here would be good. And we'll pull everything except... No. Kind of scale this part in so it's got like a bit more like a laying cloak shape. Yeah, I like that. That's cute. Hey, what's up, Freddy and friends? Good to see you. Making an Oshawott. We can start seeing what this looks like when it's smooth. That's actually already looking pretty cool. Of course, we need to cover all the edges with that texture there. Make it look like it's draping over the arms more. I kind of like it like that. The drawing kind of overcomplicates it a little. I think I can get that complex shape though. See, what I've kind of modeled is like this part going around here. No, you 5 more seconds, and then you're gonna have your apparent lung permissions back. I don't know what that means. I think I'm going to try to go the little bit more complex route and make it go up properly. Because I could cheat this by just going like around this edge and then a little puffiness at the top. But let's do good practice and actually really make it what it should be. Don't take the easy road is what I'm saying. Sometimes take the easy road if it'll be good enough. You know, I'm not a perfectionist by any means. I'm very much a... make it good, but it doesn't need to be perfect, because people can get too wrapped up into that kind of stuff. Some people take pride in it too. I mean, you know, there's a certain pride to take in making things perfect, but it can also hurt projects. Like I used to work with somebody who just like wouldn't get the stuff done because they wanted it to be perfect, and then we like missed deadlines and stuff. So I always say make it good enough. Good enough for the context. But in this case, I think we can spend a little extra work. Not make it perfect, but just giving that extra... That looks, yeah, that already looks better. And I'm going to cut off these edges. So I'm glad that I went just a little bit extra to do this a bit more right, but I don't always do that. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, and this is smooth. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, a nice round edge there. I like it. See, look at the difference. After I added that cut, a nice round edge instead of being that sharp edge. A lot of that detail is going to get covered up by the next part, which is like the puffy, the fuzzy parts. How do I want to do that? Do I want this part to be rounded too? Let's see what it looks like rounded. Yeah, that looks nice. Alright, let's duplicate all of this, because now we're getting to the point where if we want to make changes, we're going to have to go back a few steps. Let's extrude this. Nice, thick cloak that will also nicely intersect with the 3D print, so we have just a nice, solid piece of plastic. I like that. There's a few things I don't like. Let's just first reverse this. The normals were opposite. Go faces. Just kind of bring these parts out so it looks like it's actually going around her a little bit better. Cute. And now, how do I want to make the fluffy parts? I don't know if I could just do those with spheres. I don't know if it would look nice. Could sculpt that. No, I don't think that would look good sculpted. Let's go ahead and sculpt on it and just see how it looks. So, first of all, look at this. This was the body. The body's just a cube, smooth. Both of these need to be smooth. Okay, so the reason these are black is because it needed the normals flipped because I had flipped the geometry. That's a lot to explain why. So it's something that needed to be done. Ah! Forgot about these. Mesh. Smooth. Not the cape, because I want to do something special with that. I'm going to say mesh combine. Export that. This is just going to be for reference. And this we are going to... Yeah, we're going to try sculpting on it. Mesh. Smooth. File. Export selection. A watt. Cape. I'll go back into ZBrush. Body. Hamburger. Oh, that's interesting. I was wrong about that. Or maybe ZBrush. Interesting. Maya must do its booleans opposite. While ZBrush... Ah. Interesting. So remember how I reversed those? They didn't need to be reversed, but they would need to be reversed in Maya for booleans. Watch this. If I do separate... Watch this. If I boolean these three together, and this one is not reversed, so let's do mesh display reverse. So right now it looks good, but it's wrong. If I combine these, this is going to cut out instead. Oh, No, look at that. I was just wrong. Okay. Ignore me. Let's just reverse these back. Combine all these things. And mesh combine. Then export that. Did I see Pecky? I don't know what that is. We'll import the cape as well. And this song, for some reason, always reminds me of Mario Kart, at least the beginning of it. That makes me really want to play Sonic Crossworlds. Alright, so what I'm going to try to do here is, first of all, I'm going to bring up that image on my other screen. And I also want to try to make it so I can see your guys' chat still. There we go. And I'm going to just kind of sculpt in the fluffiness that we need using... let's try the clay brush. Let's see what that does. No, that's kind of lame. Just try the clay buildup, but without the square alpha. We'll do something like this. Let's see how that does. Kind of effective, and I can kind of just do smaller strokes. I think I do need this smooth though. Now I can add these little fluffy bits, just the edges of the cloak. And then with this resolution, yeah, guys, I think that's the plan. So what I'll do is I'll sculpt that in low resolution and then smooth it out, and that should look really nice. As long as I make sure that I have a very distinct line, so that we know that this is like a fluffy texture, separate from the velvet of the cape. Oh, like in stores, the figure. No, I have not. Saw somebody post a picture of it. Oh yeah, guys, this is gonna totally work. This is how we get that look. I love it. I wonder... I think I should make bigger circles though. Because I'm looking at the picture, it doesn't look like it has that much detail as what I'm sculpting right now. Let's undo all of that and just do bigger ones. Like that one's probably good right there. It's a little too big though. I don't know what it's saying. I thought I heard something about a turntable. Spin it on the turntable right there is what she said, I think. Okay, cool, fandom. Oh, I started making too small of shapes again. Gotta be careful about that. I need big fluffy strokes here. Yeah, I don't know. I've actually kind of thought that idly before. I haven't thought hard about it, but yeah, I can't think of any good ones. Cool people. And I'll put some smaller ones in between each. Here to kind of fill that in. Yeah, it looks like kind of a fluffy bubble coat to it. I'm going to add a little bit of sculpting in here to differentiate the line between them a little better. The only reason I would make a 6 or 7-inch Eggman is if it would sell well. I'm super not passionate about that. I like the Eggman that I have. So it's like if I make other things, it's like this. You know, this guy's mostly to size. He's probably a little bit too small. I couldn't find a good dimension on him. but that's what was going to fit better in my printer. But I'm super passionate about this, so that's why I'll make it bigger. Big things are kind of a pain. Zavik I wasn't that passionate about, but here he is, articulated and big. I did put a lot of work into that, but I definitely, I have passion for that because it doesn't exist. When there's a, Eggman already exists, I'm less motivated to make that, but I wouldn't rule out the possibility. This would be great to differentiate it. See this line that I got going here? That would be great if it didn't hit these edges too much. Maybe I can smooth out the one side. Will that work? Oh yeah, that looks like fabric, guys. I love what I'm doing there. I think that's great. Oh, are you talking about a kit to make the other one? I don't know about that either, because that would be troublesome with proportions. I think it would have to be a full custom. You guys notice I'm sculpting at a lower detail level? That's really important, because if you start sculpting at higher levels, it looks kind of, I don't know, the term they use in school is ZBrushy. Like, it has like specific strokes that look like you didn't do a good job sculpting it. It's hard to explain that look. Because if you go just too high detail too quickly, that's not good. I like what I'm doing here, where I'm smoothing out just the one side of it, though. It really helps separate this edge here. It definitely looks like it's sewn into the edges. And I do hear Baileysaurus stomping around upstairs, so she is home. And so we are going to go eat, so this is going to be the end of the stream. Apologies. But yeah, I was just taking too long. I told her I'd only be an hour. And now I've been exactly 2 hours. So it was time to get eating, but yeah, I'm really liking where this is going. All I have to do left still is, finish this up, and then I got to make the tiara and the shell on her chest. But after that, it's looking like we are donezo. Just gonna go in here and add a few more details to really give it a differentiation. Look real nice in the print. Cool, I like it. I'm using a pen on my Cintiq tablet monitor. Yeah, earlier in the stream I was trying to do stuff with the mouse and it didn't work out well. I had to plug it in. Oh, thank you, Chapis. I didn't see your comment earlier about nailing the cape. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with this. And I might go in and like refine this more, but I don't think that would be right. I think it needs that smooth look. So I think just this little bit of refinement there was good. Maybe like a little here where it's like kind of curved in on stuff. No, actually, I just kind of like it fluffy like that. I think this is good. I'm pretty stoked about this. Alright, let me just export this. Just so we can see what it looks like for the end of the stream. Then I'm going to eat with the Baileysaurus. I can export the cape from ZBrush back to Maya. File, import, what cape. Here's the old one so I can hide it. Alright, and let's get the chair showing again. Oh my gosh, I love it, guys. I love it. This is super cute. Yeah, all that needs to be done is the tiara and the little shell on the belly. And you'll just... I might scale the chair down a little bit too. We'll see. Just so it's not too much to print. Yeah, very exciting. I love it. Alright, so I'm going to speed run all the names that I see on the screen right now. Thank you for watching to the following people. Chapis, Fandom, Super Shadow Productions, Daisy Garcia, Melimations. Excuse me. Let's see. Sorry if I'm going. If I miss anybody, it's because I'm going fast to go eat. Sorry. Pro Tyler Adventures. Gary the Snail. Freddy and Friends. Kenda Guzman. And sorry if I missed anybody, but that looks like, as I scroll through, it looks like everybody's names in the recent hour or so. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was a fun one. I didn't really plan to do it. I just saw the image and I was like, you know what? I feel like streaming before dinner because I didn't stream yesterday. We got one in. That's great. Thank you all for watching today's video. And if you haven't, go check it out. It is the part 2 of all of my customs ranked. Have a great rest of your night.